What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Shane Rowe. Guys, grab your Yardies coffee, hit that like button. You gotta hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. There we go. And let's get caffeinated. Now, guys, in what ended up being a disappointing day at Wembley, we lost against City for the Community Shield.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better. I don't like.
And listen, every loss for me is a loss. So I would have rather taken the bragging rights and we won than we lost, right? The only L's that don't count are in preseason when you're just trying to sort the team out. Now, with that said, we're gonna just jump right into it and go over the 5 things that we've learned from that day out at Wembley. Now, guys, number 1, in no particular order, because they're all kind of important, right? But the number 1 thing I noticed is that Ahmad needs to start. If we don't see the importance of Ahmad on that right wing, we are doomed to fail this season. Ahmad needs to start over certain players, maybe so. All I know is when Ahmad is on the right wing, we create chance after chance, and they have a problem dealing with this man. His form was one of the better ones coming out of last season. Going into the preseason, on the preseason tour, he was the only one scoring goals and providing assists and chances. And he's continued that form on the first game of the new season. City had issues dealing with him, and we need to give him what his dues are. And if that means we need to bench Rashford, we need to bench Rashford. And we're gonna get into that in a little bit later, right? So Ahmad, you definitely have my support. Guys, leave your comments down below. Put what's his number? Ahmad's number. I can't remember it, but put his number down in the chat so we can know you support him starting the game against Fulham, right? Now, with that being said, we're gonna go into number 2. Guys, we need a number 9. We need a focal point, and this is the perfect time for Xerxes to take his chance. If Xerxes doesn't take his chance with Højlund being out for 8 weeks, then again, my guy, even with Van Persie at your disposal, Van Nistelrooy at your disposal, you can't do it. Because the amount of chances that Ahmad created yesterday, he put in at least 2 or 3 good ones. He took at least 2 or 3 shots himself. We created chance after chance, which 2 of them was Rashford's entitled bottling it. So we're gonna get there.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
So Xerxes, there's a great opportunity here for you to come in and show the people what you got. I'm confident that he could do the job. So let's see what happens, right? Number 3, Ten Hag is still the man for the job. However, he makes some silly mistakes that are kind of, I don't know how to explain them. Here's what I mean. The minute he put Pellistri at right back, I knew we lost the game. If I was half of a manager, I would identify that as the weakest link. Pellistri, no offense, he's probably like one of the shortest players on the pitch, right? He's not a defensive player, and you put one of the shortest wingers who are usually not very good at defending, besides Wan-Bissaka. How you feel about that, guys? You put him at right back. Pep saw it and was like, it was lunchtime. It was lunchtime. And he got beat by one of the shortest players on the City team on a header. from a crossed ball. Guys, it wrote itself. So when I saw that, I'm like, Ten Hag knew, he had to have known that this was going to happen. Then he takes off Rashford. He takes off Ahmad over Rashford. Guys, please tell me in the comments, who do you think should have been the first one yanked off that pitch? Rashford missed one or two good chances before he yanked off Ahmad, and then missed another one afterwards because he replaced Ahmad with Garnacho, and Garnacho set him up for a sitter. Look, if you want to be known as the face of Manchester, Rashford, if you want to be known as the 300, if you don't want people to be taking the mick because you're making 300,000 a week, you can't be missing them chances. On top of it, you want to be known as an elite player. Elite player don't miss those, man. And this is why we need the number 9, because Rashford is not capable of running the line. So we need a new face. We need a new focal point that can actually bury these chances. Rasmus was supposed to be it. He got injured. Thank God that Xerxes did come in. We haven't seen him play yet. But again, he looks a talent. So let's hopefully he can do the business. But with that being said, Ten Hag has brought in Van Nistelrooy. He's brought in that set-piece specialist, which we looked a lot more compact and a lot more threatening in our set pieces against City. So there are improvements being made. The team, they look like you saw what they were trying to do, the passing, the combinations, the triangles that they're trying to form. It was not a disappointing game if the chances that we created were taken. We would have, and don't get it twisted, City wasn't very strong of a team, but who they had, that Bob fella was a talent. So we had to deal with them and Hoyland, Bernardo Silva. So De Bruyne came in the latter stages. So at some point, they were a pretty decent City team, and we still created chances against them. We just didn't take them. So his philosophy does work, and his philosophy is showing dividends if we can get the players to take these chances. But we're creating them, right? Number 4, we need those reinforcements, and we are getting them. So we started the game with Johnny Evans at right back, I think, right? And Maguire and Martinez sitting in the centre-back position. That didn't work out too well, to where we had to send Evans back in the centre-back and pull Martinez at right back. Now, Martinez isn't the very best right back or left back, right? So, and it showed. There were cracks. It looked like some makeshift patchwork on a dam that was just leaking, holes everywhere. With that said, we have brought in Mazraoui and De Ligt in the defense area. So that's going to give us a lot of reinforcement in case players are going to be in and out of the defense. At least we have top quality defenders that can cover for one another. And this is how you build a strong team. This is the only way we're going to get through this season and not finish 8th, right? So we finished the game in a better defensive position than we started the game with, right? So there are reinforcements coming in. We're also, we got to Xerxes, and we do have other midfield targets that they're talking about, which leads me into number 5. Ineos, when they first came in, I wasn't too sure about them. I gotta say, I'm gonna put my hand up, right? It's just a coffee. I wasn't too sure about them. but they look like they're serious. They look like they're serious between all the backroom staff that they have brought in. And listen, I understand that, you know, there are certain nuances that you don't see. You know, people were laid off and things like that. And I know it's not good for anyone to lose their job or anything like that. But they did come in with a plan, and you can see that even as simple as the tunnel, they're talking about replacing the entire stadium, but they still decided the tunnel that you walk out into, the tunnel that people see right before the game, that little bit of extra motivation and then gusto that you need and grit, you know, that little thing that lifts you before you walk out on that pitch. The tunnel looked like crap before, and I've been to the tour and I've seen that tunnel, and as retro as you think it looks, when you see how it looks now, you understand that it needed an upgrade. So the players that they're bringing in are quality players. They left to be proven in the Premier League, but all on paper look very, very good. So Ineos do look like they have a plan. They do look like they're serious about bringing Manchester United back to the top of the precipice of the mountain, right? Is that what you say? Anyway, but we lost the game, but the outcome and the future looks bright. And I think we might be a little bit more competitive than we were last season. We can't be any less competitive. You're talking about 10th place now, right? But what I mean is, you know, knock on every kind of wood you can find, right? We might be in contention this year. If we get a couple more of those players that we might be linked to, Fabrizio are calling some really cool names. So let's see what Ineos can pull off before the end of the season, end of the window. They've done some really good work so far, you got to admit, right? In Mazarawi, De Ligt, Xerxes, Euro, Obi Martin, they nicked him from Arsenal. Guys, it's a good window. It's definitely one of the better windows we've had in the last half of a decade. You know, I mean, one more crazy signing and it's probably the best window in a full decade. We've got backups for backups, and that's what we need. We're going into the first game of the season not wondering if we have any kind of striker. We have a striker. Hopefully we can get the other one back before anything silly happens, right? But guys, keep your head up. Let's hope for the season. Fulham come Friday. We got this one, right? The boys, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. This season's gonna be good. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and GGMU. Peace.